got some more news from the park for you. So next year, Magic Mountain will be open 365 days, so every day of the year, including Christmas and Thanksgiving, I guess. What makes that interesting is that it puts Magic Mountain kind of in more competition with like Disneyland and Universal, like those kind of destination parks rather than just being a regional park. Because Magic Mountain was open something about like 200 some odd days out of the year. And, you know, Disneyland and Universal and even Knott's Berry Farm are open 365. So what Six Flags is essentially saying is that they have enough kind of interest from guests that they can be open those extra days and still warrant interest. And if you look at the numbers, they might be right to a degree. In the Themed Entertainment Association's 2016 report, which basically shows the attendance of theme parks, water parks, and museums, Six Flags, like as a whole, had really good attendance chain-wide. Okay, the attendance went up 5% and the revenue went up 4%, and Magic Mountain, just this park, had a gain of 7.3% in attendance, and it went up from 3.1 million to 3.3 million. Now that was just in 2016. I predict it will go up even more now that they have Battle for Metropolis open. So, you know, with that being said, would it make sense for them to open all those days? I guess they looked at the numbers and saw that, yeah, it would make sense because you have fixed costs and then you have operating costs each day you open. Like the roller coaster costs themselves aren't going to go up. You'll have maintenance issues you have to deal with the more times you run a train through. But it must make sense for them to open those other days. They're going to make enough of a profit to offset those costs. And maybe some people will take trips here now that it's open more often. And for locals, there's going to be a lot more days, just like today, where, look, there's hardly anyone here. It's going to be a lot more days where there's not many other guests and you can pretty much walk on to whatever rides. Granted, those extra days that they're adding will probably be maintenance days for some of the more popular rides, but it's still a really good time to come. Now, will this be a good decision overall? We'll have to wait and see. I hope that with the increased attendance and increased revenue, that they'll put a lot of it back into the park. They've been doing a lot of great stuff recently. The Full Throttle area, which they did a couple years ago, looks nice. Justice League, Metropolis, that makeover is really nice too, and I really enjoy having a dark ride in the park. But there's still other areas that definitely need more work. Some of the restrooms are just in disrepair. Like you'll see where there used to be a paper towel dispenser just like off the wall. You can tell where, you know, they need a little TLC. And even the area by Apocalypse, that's such a weird area. You got like Apocalypse and then kind of a pseudo boardwalk area there. It doesn't make much sense. So they definitely need to do some theming up to that area. As I talked about in the other video, they're going to be working on the Midway area where that old metro station is. So I like that they're putting that back in the park, and I hope, because it's going to be kind of a lower cost of ride, is that spinning that disc, like Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth. Yeah, so since Crazanity is not going to cost nearly as much as a roller coaster, I'd hope that they'd have some extra funds kind of left over to do some just general beautification of the park. More painting here, repairs there. Yeah, if you want to compete with the likes of Disney, Universal, and Knott's, which, by the way, is the only Cedar Fair park that's open 365 days, then you need to kind of step up the game. Either way, I hope that all the renovations and progress continues, and we'll see how it goes. Bye for now, Neons.